Hello and welcome everybody, it's me DaleyBoyDidds and this is my Let's Play. Okay guys, oh my god, so much has happened since I taped episode 26 to this phenomenal episode number 27. Believe it or not, I've not actually been playing Crusader Kings for about 2 to 3 weeks, something like that. I taped that many in the last sitting that I've basically been able to do other things. The Wolf Among Us, The Wolf Among Us. Please watch The Wolf Among Us. So I've had to basically rewatch my last episode, and I didn't really want to get to this point where I am right now, where I'd run out of Tarons basically to put out. The idea is that I would have about 6 in advance and keep it about 6 in advance. We've actually got 1 left before I need to before I needed to start retaping again. The reason why I'm telling you this is because in the last episode I mentioned about the Republic in the Black Sea. Is it the Black Sea or the Dead Sea? Black Sea. In the Black Sea. Now, I don't think you can actually do that. You start with certain families for the Republic, and what I decided was that I haven't actually played 3 of the DLCs. I probably haven't played any of the DLCs themselves that I can think of. I've got all the DLCs for this game, but I decided to actually have a little whirl on some of the other DLCs. So I played the Republic. We played it in Italy. I think I was Venice for a while, and then I moved around a little bit, trying to figure out what you actually do for the Republic. It's all right. It's a good little add-on. I then played as the Old Gods. I took over. Where did I take? I did an Upland one, and I did this one here. No, this one here, because it looked good. Angerman Land, and I thought if I get beat up, I will be Angerman. That was rubbish. So I played a bit of the Old Gods, and then I did the India one. I can't remember what it's called, the DLC for that. But I basically went to be a single count, and I picked this area. And when you start from way back in the early days, it's just one big area under one person. So it was a bit crap. My Let's Play was a bit, well, Let's Play, but my personal game of it was a bit crap, so I ended up stopping that as well. So, that's kept me quite busy. Obviously, alongside that, I've been playing The Wolf Among Us. Watch The Wolf Among Us, watch The Wolf Among Us, watch The Wolf Among Us. I also found the Mint game as well, which I'm pretty sure I've already mentioned in The Wolf Among Us, Wolf Among Us, Wolf Among Us. What I'm pondering to do a Let's Play over, as well as playing Mount and Blade. Oh my god, I've been playing so many other things. Okay, all that aside, Taron. So, having been away from the game a little bit, like I said, I rewatched the last episode to make sure I knew what I was up to. Last episode was really about sorting out our marriages, getting our house under control again, if you will. Now, we've got a new emperor, which means that you're going to expect some factions to kick off. There's 2 major factions at the moment. There is the Lower Crown Authority faction, and there is a new princess for the Byzantine faction. They're only at 46%, so what I'm expecting is the Lower Crown Authority one to kick off first, and then as they're winning, because at the moment they're going to be winning, I think, the princess one might join in halfway through to try and just sort of blindside their way through it, because they're going to be starting with a lot less men. So that'll be interesting to look out for. One of the other major things that I definitely wanted to tell you before we get cracking on with the play here is that because of the way the game has developed, we've had to really move away from the idea of turning things Jewish. That is something that I am definitely keen of doing, and doing it with Taron being the major area for that. So at the moment we can't push that just yet. We can't push it. We're not quite there yet. We've seen how much issue being Jewish caused in this area, in the whole area of Armenia. That is still very much on the agenda, and we will come back to that again, guys. Do not worry, we are coming back to it. Also, we're going to be coming back to Taron being the capital as well. So the Duchy of Mesopotamia is something that we are going to take, and we're probably going to take these 5 areas. Hopefully, in the next 3 years, this faction won't kick off in Lower Crown Authority, because I want to change my succession laws. Even though at the moment it's better for me to be elective, I want to change it to primogeniture, because it's just something then, once it's in, we've got a very, very definite line of succession. the son, unless there's no sons, and it's son's daughter, son, blah, blah, blah. So that's what we're trying to get to. Okay, so even though at the moment we can pick a genius that's going to marry a genius, and they're going to have genius kids, you know what, I'm going to take the hit on the chin, and we're going to try and get a very, very obvious succession ruling. Now, that will change when we eventually become a king, if we get that far, which of course we will. Of course we will. That's pretty much it as far as what I've been doing since the last time I put since I put episode 26 out. You guys probably won't even notice the gap because I've not got up to episode 26 while I'm taping this one. So it'll be the 2 or 3 days in between, and you'll be like, what the hell are you talking about, Daily Boy? You've not had no gaps. I have had a gap, guys. I have. Alright, we're going to get cracking on with this play. So, I'm going to slow it right down for this part right now until I get my head into it. So, we are going to war for this area right here, I believe. Now, I'm going to pull up... should I pull up my guys? No, I'm not. I'm going to wait for Edessa. But one thing I am going to do is just go back onto my son, is it? My nephew. And just double check he's actually there. Hey, fabricated a claim in Edessa. Yes, we've got the maximum city levies law has been passed. That's great. Yeah, so he's definitely claiming Edessa, because when... in the last episode, it did show up. I double checked it. It did show up and said that we just improved our relations. And I wasn't really bothered about that. I think. He's really dead, though, this guy. He's not going to do very well for himself. So we definitely want this Edessa claim to come through sooner rather than later, ideally. We're on nearly 12 gold a month. This is phenomenal. Okay, one thing that I did click off too quick last time was... the upgrades. So castle fortifications is something that we're going to do because it will allow us to get a castle town. The quicker we can get a castle town, the more money we make. So even though a keep is very, very interesting for me and my brain right now, we're not going to go for that. I challenge you to a friendly game of Tyazkonian at the Tyazkonian Stadium in Colonia. This popular Byzantine game can trace its origins back to the Sassanid Persia and features 2 teams on horseback using sticks with nets. Yeah, it sounds like hockey. To get level ball into the opposing team's goal. Will you accept the challenge? Of course I'll accept the challenge. I've never seen that before. That's new to me. You spend a wonderful afternoon with the Tyazkonian. Playing a tense game of... oh my god, why the hell do they call... why is every single name impossible for me to pronounce in this area? It's mental. For our victory, and we are magnanimous in defeat. You depart the stadium as friends. Superb. Oh, nice. That's good. Hey, at least we won as well. I like winning. I'm a big winning fan. Okay, so we're getting castle fortifications. I was interested in that, but as I said, castle town first. That's priority. We also could have done that somewhere else as well. Yes! Yes! So there is our claim in Edessa. We are taking that claim soon. So obviously, let me just put that on pause 1 second. So obviously we will get some monies up first. The Byzantine are out fighting. It would probably be better to wait for this war to be done, because it will be a holy war, won't it? Of course. Is it going to be a holy war, this one? What am I doing? That. Yep, it's a holy war for Armenia. So it's basically going to bring everybody else in, and we don't want these to be a part of that. And if we was to raise our armies, I'm pretty certain that even though we're taking Edessa with a legitimate claim, these guys could come in and just take us out. So we'll just hold fire on that a second, but we will try to move our guy Didds, my new favourite man, and his lovely wife. Oh yeah, we didn't sleep with his wife, so that's how good we are to him. In the last episode we had an opportunity to sleep with his wife, but no, we did not do that. No, we will not. Maybe we will if she was a genius. We've got a good council going on right now. Our lowest person's a 15. That is a strong ass council. Oh, is he the heir? No, yeah, he's the heir. Fantastic. Okay, so when we can move him... Oops, I should have checked when we can actually move him. Yes. We can move him on the 18th of August. So where should we move him to is the question. I hear you bellow. Might take him to Tiao, actually. They're in a bit of trouble. Duchy of Armenia. Peddlers are selling some stuff. -1 for stewardship. Not something I'm happy with. But I definitely don't want to gain the shy traits. How long is that for? 19th of August? Ah, it's only 6 months. Let's do that. Yeah, so we could go for Tiao. So Edessa right now. Yeah, this is with this guy in it. He's got his claim on Taron, which we don't like. Expelled the Jews. We definitely don't like you, sir. Definitely don't like you. We're going to take you down, son. So when we get some monies, we'll look to take on Edessa. And I'm certain that we'll be able to bring that in with no trouble whatsoever. As I said, ideally, if we can take this area as well, even better. You just have to wait and see for that one. He has got 2 allies. The King of Georgia. Georgia's tiny now. The King of Georgia is not going to be able to produce too much against us. In fact, he's only got a current levy of 107 men. Overall, 1,000 men. So that's not really that dangerous to me. And the Duke of Armenia, well, there is not going to be an Armenia very soon. In fact, it's even better because he's got no army either. You can see that straight off. But he's going to be our next target. He's got 2,000 men. Not bad. Not bad. But we'll go into Edessa. Hopefully we'll just rinse that place out. And go from there, basically. Who's he fighting? He's in a holy war right now with Georgia. Anyway. So they're fighting quite a long way away. Tamar has died. Oh no, Tamar! She was my main person. She was the main person who taught everybody everything. No! Not you, Tamar, I like you. Sarkis, my brother. Ah, Tamar. I'm gutted. How did you die? Natural death at 47. Ah, never mind. Bloody Tamar. Okay, so we need to get our children. Oh, there's 2 of them. You see, she watched everybody. She was that good. Okay, let's just go check what he's good at himself. This guy's... Let's just allow the duel. Okay, so he is good at pretty much everything. He's got a claim on our things, so obviously we don't want him to be a spy master. Diplomacy or learning. This is my half-brother. So we'll educate him in the learning trait, I think. 74. We'll give him to Iskra. Now, she has got the same... She's got 14 in diplomacy, learning, and spy masterization. But she is a charismatic negotiator. So, she will be the one, I think. Yep, she's going to be the one. Oops, that one. And his sister, Nona. Lesbian. Diplomacy. Very obviously, the diplomats. And we'll give her a good diplomat. Probably Eskin. They can both brigade together. That's probably bad. That's probably bad to have said. I take that back, sort of. I was only joking, obviously. In fact, we might give it to this guy. He's a dwarf, but he's got some good stats. Eskin's got rough and proud. So, yeah, we'll give it to this guy. He's only 1 less. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. Okay, what's going on over here? We've got more people joining the different factions, and it's going to be factions very soon. They're fighting as well, weren't they? Was it for that place? No, that's Crimea. Can't remember where they said now. Whatever it is, it's further away than what it should be. Whatever. Whatever. We did it. Who the hell are these? Ooh, is that a faction off already? Are they doing some infighting? What the hell's going on here? Ah, they're trying to revoke. No problem. We can't really get involved in that. It's nothing to do with us. How's our war going? Nothing at the moment. We're gonna... Ooh, might not win this little battle that's going on, but with the reinforcements, you never know. It's quite close. Oh yeah, we don't want him to get that. So, 50% chance of getting diligence. Oosh. Ooh, what did he get? What did he get? He got none. Fine. August. Okay, so we've got a betrothed that can marry. Eskin and Romain. So Romain, obviously the genius. Good stats overall. Martial and Intrigue, the ones that popped out. He's just good all over, this guy. I really want him to be the next person in charge. So they're going to marry. Honour the betrothal. Mais oui, monsieur. Mais oui. 9,000 man army there. 9,000 man army there with extras coming. 4,000 coming there though. So it's going to be a big race actually. We need to get our 9,000 man army into this fight and winning it. Who's Anai? Some random. So, ooh, no people respect. How's our prestige doing? In fact, we're really poor on prestige. So we will do that. 100 prestige, done. So we don't want these to actually arrive in this war. And they're going to probably, aren't they? We want to arrive just after it. Yes, just like this. They're going to actually just arrive just after the war, which is absolutely fantastic. Look at that, we're already on for 149 gold. Alright, so quick pause. There's a lot going on. So, onto the council. We can move him now. So we're going to pick up our guy. I'm going to take him over to Tiao. Tiao's not really a place that I want particularly. But while we have High Crown Authority, I can't press claims elsewhere. And Dwin right now is being taken. So Tiao's the next best place. And if we can get these two in one go, that would be even better. It means we don't have to mess about rinsing out our coffers for extra army. So this is a nice little war to be watching right now. We've got a 9,000 man army. Are they on the run? Oh, I think they might be chasing down. These guys just need to stop what they're doing, gather their manpower, and go and take out this 9,000 man army before this reinforcement army gets there. That is what I would do. Just saying that, guys. I'm just saying that because that's what I would do. This is the difference between the AI working and me working. So Iska has died, 72. Oh, she was a Renewvies. So, oh, bloody Nora. Okay, so he is definitely coming up on his intrigue, isn't he? That's not good news for me. Educate. What about the new girl? What about the new girl? We definitely want our educators now to be done by a genius. Eskin. I'm probably going to take Eskin on for that one. Yep, Eskin can do that one. He's good, isn't he? The stats are so good at the moment from our next lot coming through. Alright, so quite a lot of people on this faction. Let's have a quick goosey gander at that. 85% for the princess. 112% for Lower Crown Authority. So we are not going to get to what we wanted. Are we even in that? Yes, we're part of that as well ourselves. 130% now. 18,500 men. I tell you what though, this will be an absolutely redonkulous time to pull that up. In regards of winning the war and getting Crown Authority lowered, it's the best time right now when they've got this huge war going on with huge numbers involved. This is the best time to do it. But in regards of the Byzantines growing and getting stronger, or basically the Abbasid losing out, this is the worst possible time now for them to do that. Look at the size of the Abbasid area in comparison to the Byzantine. They're just bringing in more and more men every single time. It's so important that we keep winning these fights. Chase them down. They are chasing them down, which is great, but we need them to chase them down quickly, keep the pressure on, and hopefully get these guys in the mix. Now, there's only 6,000 men there. If we can take this 5,000 man army out, which we should do, with the 12,000, then we should... Oh, there's another 9,000 men coming. So it's so important that we take this army out. It's so important that this army goes. And if they join together and we can take the whole lot, even better. Even better. Now, if they can strike right now... Oh, don't mess about. If you can strike right now... We should be alright. 20,000 men, but they've got lower morale. If these guys get into the mix, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be a brilliant fight. I'm sure he's not a heretic. Stop it. So 18,000 men, 10,000 men there, 1,500 men here. As long as they don't touch us, we're fine. This is one of the major reasons as well why I'm really, really reluctant to go crazy at getting the Jewish back into power right now, because we're just not strong enough. Or, realistically, the Abbasid are mentally strong. They're just unbelievably strong right now. This guy died in battle. Ah. How are you still in charge then, sir? He must have just died. He must have literally just died. No, he didn't just die. Yeah. 14th of March, so he's just died. The Caliphate at 54 has gone. Nobody's having a theft of their own. Do one, sir. Do one. So, taking over now is Caliphate Isa. Content. Interesting content there. Not very good stats overall. What sort of realm size can he pull up? 23,000 men overall. That's quite interesting. That is quite interesting. And their men have all gone, haven't they? They've run away, it looks like. It does look like they've run away. Why don't we get into Dwin now and just take that area? Ah, they're still a part of it. Here's the 11,000 man army behind them. So yeah, they're probably doing the right thing. Take out the 8,000 man army and go from there. Peddlers are selling sorts of food, clothing, exotic spices, luxuries, such as glass and jewels filled the town square with their wares and their shouts. I need a couple of things. Why did they keep wanting to lose stewardship? We will, though. We will, though. What's my ambition? Do I have an ambition? No valid ambition. Ah, just improve Marshall. Let's get in there. I really want to take Edessa. And it's very much primed to take 45% in favour of King Yeno of Magyans, which means they are losing this war. We've got 244 men. How many men has this guy actually got right now? Because they're losing their war. He's still got 1,600. How many men have I got? Not as many. What's the mercenaries like? They are expensive, I remember, aren't they? 120, so 150. We couldn't keep them very long, so we'll just hold out a little bit longer before we push that. So if we went to Civil War, yeah, I'm not going to bring up my armies while these are all round. If we went to Civil War, and any of the claims that we've got go against us, we can actually push them claims as well, there and then. Okay, so they've already had a child. That's excellent. Oh, probably click on it. And she's a genius! That's how it's done. That is how it's done. So Romaine has come into the fold. She's already popped a child out. Eliz, and already give us a genius. Well done, love. That's exactly the sort of thing that I was after. I'm glad I spent so much time doing it. Esken and Leontia. Okay, so is she Anush? Is she attractive? No. Not quite as good there, Leontia. Maybe I should have slept with you. Oh, you're both attractive. You got an ugly baby then. Don't know what's going on here. What have I pressed on? Eskin. Oh, Eskin's not attractive, but he is a homosexual. Okay. So we'll just watch this, see how it goes. 65% in our favour at night. Raven has died. Bedridden and infirm. So Edessa right now has just brought up her own faction. If you have a quick look, who's this one who wants independence? Count Colomon of Zaklumia. Oh, that's the place that they took last second way. Yeah, that was the place that they took in the last episode. So she's got 10% of a liege. I just want this war to be finished. Once this war's gone, we're good to go. Oh, this is a big war right here. So I think we're currently winning. It's very close. It's very, very close. This is the decider, I think, right here. Oh my god, this is so close. Looks like we got the better of them, because they've only got a 2,000 man army to reinforce. Another 5,000 men overall, but that's a big army loss. That we need to chase them down right now. Bloody hell, who's this now? My daughter. Another genius. I think I'll. Oh, hang on. Who's the other one? Is this my son? This is my son. Not a genius, right? I'll sort my daughter out then. So, oops, hang on a sec. My son is a pretty good all-rounder, in honesty. Educates. Okay, hang on. We'll come back to that in a second. I was just reading that. I was like, I've never seen that before. Hang on. Let's do this first. So, my dear Duke. I'm not even going for the juice, whatever it's called. Permit me to remind you of your obligations and duties as my sworn vassal. To form a conspiratorial faction would be in direct violation of these, and I must ask you to promise never to do so. Signed, Macaris. You know what? I know what you're saying to me. Because you have the kind traits. Can I not just say no to that? So are we out of that then now? Pause. Faction. 210. You know, we're still in that. We're still involved in that one because look at this. There's two major factions right now. He must have sent this out to everybody. His army is low right now. Is Edessa in this? I'm sure I've just seen her there actually. Benevito, Duchess Edessa is in there. That's a bit shit. Oh, Duchess of Edessa's there though, isn't it? This is separate. Okay, so we're finally taking Dwin. Here comes another 8,000, well, nearly 9,000 man army, but we'll hold up there for that. That's fine. God, the time has flown by. Oh yeah, kids. So I will educate this child myself. Tatul, go. And the lad can be educated by somebody else. What's he like? Pretty good in stewardship. Wonder why they give him stewardship overall, because he wasn't particularly brilliant in stewardship. He is good though, isn't he? Let's give him somebody that is a genius. We went out of our way to get our geniuses, so let's give him a genius or somebody particularly really, really good. I'm not going to give you one of them. This one here, Eskin again. Go. Educate my child. There's the Georgian army. Oh no, it's not Georgia. There's the Dessan army right there. Even if we was to try and take Edessa now, we'd do that before they could get back. So the mayor of Nicopolis has died. Poor health. I wouldn't have been surprised if that came from a duel that he was involved in. Okay, so we've chased down the army and we are taking these guys out right now. And this is my nephew. He's become an elusive shadow. Do we have any peoples here for him to marry? Not bad, just not brilliant, that particular one there. Can we arrange a marriage with another elusive shadow, 15 years old? Oh, that's my daughter, you ain't marrying her. How dare you? How dare you even think that? You ain't marrying my daughter. She is not for sale. Bum 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 ba ba bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Right, guys. Okay, so what I'll do is I will look for a spouse for this guy off camera. Bring this one to an end right here. We just hit the 30-minute mark, so yeah, I'll find him a wife off camera, and we shall return very, very soon to this Let's Play. So quite a lot's happened in this actual Let's Play. The Emperor is about to get his butt handed to him. We're about to take Edessa. They're up having a war right now and still losing it, which is great news for us. But I want Dwin to be done and dusted. I want this out the way before we go for this Edessa. It looks like the vast majority of people are in for a lower crown authority. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to make it to another 2 years where we can change it to Primo. But that's just how things go. If we can take Edessa, absolutely brilliant. We will do. We've got loads of money. We're raking in the money at the moment. Have our areas been built? Is it that one? Yeah, they've been built. I'm surprised I didn't notice them. We're not going to rebuild anything just yet because obviously Edessa's got to be taken, so we're probably going to have to bring in mercs for that. So yeah, okay guys, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye for now. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye.